we all know what Lilith's game is in here, as far as being like one of the wildies, right? So we're going to talk about Lilith. We're going to talk about La Pastola, right? The one-legged lady, and we're going to talk about Pontianak, right? Pontianak, and each of them is going to come from a different culture. So we got like 3 different cultures, kind of focusing on the same type of like feminine energy, right? Which is totally fine. This is actually fun. The feminine energy is actually a really good thing, and we're going to show why this is a good thing. We're going to show why this is 100% okay, right? So I'm trying to get my stream back on, and for some reason, let's see. Let's go to my headphones. And I did do it. Okay. So we're not going to my headphones, but that's going to be all right. So, okay, I'm going to have to do this without getting my background music all in here because I don't want to waste any time, right? I just want to get right into what we've got on deck. And for this, man, we've got a good one. Like I said, this is really good energy for us today. So let's get right into it. Okay. So I wanted to talk about this archetype because it's been very important in mythology. It's one of the older archetypes that's been around, and it's typically how we judge female energy, and it's been cast in a certain way. So this is pretty much how we've been doing it this entire time. These 3 ladies here, man, they're no joke, right? We know where they come from historically and kind of what they've shown us. I'm just gonna get the TikTok stream in here at the same time. Obviously, clears up some time for me. So okay, so now I can do TikTok and I can do you guys at the same time. So that's really progress right there. So the first thing I want to say is let's talk about this archetype. I think we got a few people who are in. Don't hesitate if you got some questions that you want to throw out there. That's what these live chats are actually all about. Is your opportunity to make me, part of your mythological query. So if you guys have some questions, this is absolutely time. I'm wide open to it. In fact, I think it should be a lot more fun if we can get, a little bit more audience participation. But no pressure for you guys, right? Absolutely no pressure at all. You guys are free to come in as you choose and how it feels good to you, right? All right, so everything's kind of flowing pretty good. I'm going to turn my volume on my music down just a little bit in the background, right? Just don't want it to over dominate me, right? You want to hear me, you want to hear you. Okay, so that's going to be down a little bit. I think that should work out pretty well. Okay, so let's talk about this archetype. So first of all, like these are deities that are across all types of cultures. They're separated by oceans. We're separated by a lot of things. They're separated by time periods as well, right? So we get that. We get who they are and kind of how that female archetype actually grows, right? And these 3 that we see, man, I'm telling you, this is the height. You're talking about like beauty and danger, all kind of wrapped in one, right? That's what we're getting out of this. You're getting the beauty, you're getting the danger, right? So this is what we get, okay? They're all separated by oceans, languages, and centuries of time. These ladies are not even from contemporary time periods. So that's what makes it compelling, is that everybody's talking about this, right? Now we know her type. She walks out into the night. She's hecka beautiful, even with one leg. We see that. Even with one leg, she's still 100% charming. So we see that. She draws in men, and when they get close, she reveals something, right? You see her, you see all this beauty, and then when you get close, now you realize that this is a problem, right? Now it's a problem after all this time of you not paying attention to what I had to say previously. But thankfully, I'm here right now, and we can resolve this, right? Sometimes, you see these beautiful, they're always glammed up, right? They always have evil eyes. I'm just saying, guys, look at the eyes every now and then, right? Sometimes she's missing a leg. Sometimes she floats in white. Her hair is always long and black. Like they always have long black hair. Sometimes she's way older than even written history, but you don't care because look at her, right? And I'm telling you, you have no idea how many guys fall for this. Even the one-legged one. Even the one with one leg, they still get their seduction on. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to have to raise the bar because they're sitting there and they're waiting for you, okay? Now, they always have the same energy. This is about seduction, 100%. And I'm saying, yeah, you wear whatever you want, but the outfit tells us a lot. So we've got pure seduction going on here from these ladies, right? Boundary violation. They're also attached to wild territory. Lilith, you know, is all about, you can't control me. She does whatever she wants. This is female autonomy outside of control. This is the main thing that this archetype is really 100% against, right? This is the danger of entering spaces that they don't belong. You don't belong there. So this isn't just another female trope. This isn't a female monster. These are the archetype of where wilderness meets civilization. Men wander farther than they should. And we've seen that consistently. Like if we want to attach more culture to either gender, we see a lot more of it through the wild women. Women who reject civilization. And this obviously is tied to fighting against that, that male hierarchy, right? That they're 100% that. They're also where death and sexuality start to collapse in on each other. This is the really strong of this very unique force, right? First, we have La Pastola, who is the forest's lord. That's who she is. Then we have Pontianak, who is the vengeful mother spirit. And then you have, of course, like the real haymaker, who is Lilith, the ancient night rebel. And she was the first one. And we're still talking about Lilith mythology. Like Lilith absolutely deserves her own segment because we have exhaustively talked about her, and she's changed forms over the years. So we'll hit on a little bit of that. I'll talk a little bit about, kind of their shared, historical timelines, what things they have in common with each other, and where they really start to differentiate. So let's start off with the first of these absolutely beautiful and terrifying ladies here. So the first one, I'm going to get past this image here, is La Pastola, right? And very important, this is obviously a Spanish language name, and I don't know if you can see that, but one of her legs is missing, right? She's missing a leg. That's her lead. How she got that, I'm not sure yet, but hopefully we're going to find out here in a little bit together. Now, from Spanish, the Ptah means leg, or it means paw. Sola, obviously like solo, means alone. So her name is literally one-legged woman. So when you're like, hey, La Pastola, what's up, girl? You're calling her, hey, what up, one-legged girl? And I think that would piss her off right off the bat. I think that would piss everyone off because the name itself is just blunt. There's no poetic disguise to it. The deformity is a warning. Like you're identifying this in addition to these eyes. But in folklore, the missing limb is not a weakness for her. This is distortion. It marks her as something actually being unnatural. So paradoxically, she's deeply tied to nature. This is who she is despite having one missing leg. Now, what we know about this deity here is that she comes from a specific geographic region and